So guys, I've been able to generate the content for all the other pages. Just like I showed you, you can use the same thing. Just follow the steps and create for the other chapters. So these are the pages you can see. At the end of the day, I have 34 pages on this Google Doc. So as you are generating for each of the chapters, please don't rush it. And just for the sake of this class, I mentioned it in the last video, which is the part one, that you guys need to calm down whenever you are generating this. This is not something that you do and you rush it. You need to ensure that you calm down, you read through it, and be sure that everything is fine. So forget about the formatting while generating the content. Once you are done generating the content, then you can now start formatting it. So we are going to look at the formatting together, but then you can see this is much. If I say I should be formatting it while the video is being recorded, then I'm very sure that you know that this is going to take us a very long time. But I'm going to do maybe the cover page and chapter one. I'll do the cover page and chapter one, then I'll leave. Then I'll just pause the video there, do the others, and come back to the video again. So let's just get started quickly. So one thing you are going to do here, or how you are going to start, is that you see this subtitle. We don't need it. We only use this to label it. So, but maybe before we remove it, let me just leave it for now. So while I do kind of sorting. So this was how we started. I already removed the subtitle that is here. But before we continue, let's just come here. Let's remove these lines that we use to separate each of the different sections. Let me remove it. Then you come here. So come to this insert here. Click on it and scroll down. Then you see this break where you have break here. Click on this place to insert page break. So it will shift every other thing after that line to another page. So you can see. So this is what we want to happen. Only this place should be on this first page. We are still going to format it better. So for now, let's do the same thing for the others too. So take off this copyright page. We already know that it's okay, or we can still leave it anyway. But once we are done, we are going to take it off. Alright, so that's fine. So now this is the other one. Here, remove it and put page break. Go to insert, break, page break. So I think this is easy enough. Let me just pause the video, do it for the others, and come back again. Alright, so I am done with separating it, and maybe let's just go through it together. So this was the first page, the title page, copyright page. You can see there's nothing under it again. Table of content, and that one ended here. You have the introduction, standing alone now. So this is how you'll be doing it so that everything will be clear. So this part, okay, here's the end of this is the end of the introduction, and you can see everything under it is space. Please don't use enter button to put this space, because if not, you later put yourself in a big mess later. So ensure you go to insert, go to break, and put page break, please. It's very, very important. We are going to see how to do this on Microsoft Word as well. So, but for now, let's just continue to use this Google Doc. This one too is okay. So you can see this is chapter 1, and scroll down. Okay, so you can see this is where chapter 1 ended. So chapter 2 and chapter 2 ends here. So you can see the space. It's not a must you have space, but I'm just showing you this to let you know that okay, this part has already ended. You get, so if your own finished maybe towards the end of the page, it does not matter. You get, at least for now. So chapter 3 7. So you can see, because I don't know if you guys can remember when I generated this in the that is on DeepSeek, it gave me bonus section. So bonus section is part of my table of contents. So this is the bonus section here. Then followed by the conclusion. So you have to put the conclusion. I showed you this layout in the last video. So put the conclusion and you are done, at least for this page. So what we will now do is we will now go up. I will show you for the title page and for chapter 1, and I will stop that. I will allow you guys to go and do it yourself. You get, I will allow you guys to go and complete the other chapters and the conclusion page yourself. Then you can now follow me in the next. Then you can now follow. Then you can now continue, with the video. So let's go. So here, take off this title. We don't need this title. This is the title. This is the subtitle. So let's do this. Increase the font size and make it bold. So make it bold here. Increase the font size. So you can center it. In fact, center it. You come here, align center. So here, if you like, here you can increase the size of this further and maybe reduce this size a little bit, but not too much. Maybe so that it stays on 2 lines. It's fine. This is okay. So the next thing you want to do is also increase the size of this one. You don't really need this. So just put this, center it, then you can put this one down. So if you like, one thing you can also put here is copyright icon. So you can come here and search for copyright icon. We are not really using the icon, just come here like this, copy this one, copy this thing you are seeing, then go back to your Google Doc and paste it. Oh, okay, yes, paste. So I'm paste it here. So let's see. Reduce the size like this. Okay, this one is not aligning, but just leave it. We will try to look for something to do to. Okay, let me see if this can sort the issue. Okay, let's just leave that for now. If it is not aligning, so it's not a problem. So just increase the size a little bit. You can make it bold as well. Then push it down. Push it down. I'm very sure you have seen things like this before as well. So push it down. Okay, I think this place is fine. Now, one thing is that if you don't use page break, as we are doing all these things like this, especially the way I'm using the enter, it will be pushing this content down again. So anything you do here is going to affect this place. But as long as you did not mistakenly bring this one up here, anything you do here will not affect what is here. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. If you are very used to working with documents, you'd have gotten what I'm trying to say here. But the fact is that always try to, the point I'm trying to pass here is just that always ensure you use page break whenever you are done putting the generating the content from ChatGPT. So you can come here, push this down a little bit, and we are done with the title page for now. So leave that. That is okay. So for the copyright page, you don't need to put copyright here. Alright, so for the copyright page, you can see I've deleted the copyright text at the top. So what you can also do is you copy this guy here. You can put, just press enter, put this guy here, or just type text copyright. This one I want to give you, I got it from someone who actually someone who does this ebook writing, and this is how he has been doing his own, and also use the one that ChatGPT has given us is fine as well. So what you need to put here is copyright, then the author name, which is Idris Adegbite. So for the author name, please always ensure that you start with the first name. So if this is your client, like if you are doing this for a client, then you should know that definitely you would have asked for his name, as the author name. Then you would have, okay, so then from there you are going to know his first name. Please, if you are not clear about their first name, always ask them. So Idris is my own first name and this Adibite is my surname, and that is why I have put this like this. So you can highlight this. So you can highlight this, then make it bold. So you can center it as well. Like put it at the center. Just click here, then put this here. So you can press enter so that we have this other thing here. Alright, so yes, you have this 21 first centuries. Okay, so you can have this here, but then I think okay, you can just copy this. Okay, well, you can still leave it there anyway and leave this other one here. All you just need to do is make this bold. So make this bold, center it, and do this as well. In fact, you can center this one as well. In fact, you can center everything if you like. So let's just center it. It's fine. So there are some books that that makes use of this. Now, like I said before, this disclaimer is not a must that you have disclaimer here. It is because the title or the book I want to write about is a financial or making money niche. So that is why it is putting this thing here. So that, like I said before, I think I mentioned this in the last video. So please, it is not a must that you have it there. If ChatGPT did not give you and you feel it's not necessary too, so just leave it. Even if ChatGPT gives you and you feel it's not necessary, please just take it off. It's fine. But I will leave this now, and we are done with our copyright page. So if you like, you can also okay, well, let's just leave this like this here. All right. Okay. So I've applied the page break here. So for this table of contents, please leave this table of contents here like this, because very soon we are going to take all these things off and put it somewhere. So we are going to generate this table of contents from our main content. So you are not the one that should do it ordinarily. So we are going to generate it automatically, like in a nice formatted way. So but then let's leave table of contents. Let's come down to this introduction. So from here we can make this bold, increase the size. So let's look for here. Okay, I think we can start using that here. So let's set a particular size for this, or you can just come here and select heading 1. So you can select heading 1, make it bold. You can see, so we can reduce this size so that it stays on one line. Okay, so let's just make use of 16 and let's see how 16 will work for the others too. So that's that. You can see this. Let me just leave this part first. So let's deal with the heading. Let's deal with the heading of each of the chapters. Then we'll now come back to the body. So because the body, I will not do all the body for you. So I'll just do the body for chapter 1 and chapter 2 in this video. So I'll go and complete it. So you guys would have seen now that it takes some time to actually complete a book. So you need to give it your all in. If this is what you want to do, you have to focus on it. Take your time to create more books and see how you can perfect the skill. So this is chapter 2. So what I'll just do is I'll make this bold. I think the size I selected here was 16. So we can still make use of 16 here. So you can press this, you can make this one enter like this and center it. So as this one is, if you like, well, one thing is that just be consistent. So if you are using 16 for this, it's better you also use 16 here as well. So you can press enter if you like, and so you can change this one. You can reduce the size of this a little bit, so it's so that the size differs a little bit from the chapter description here. So you can remove this chapter 2 and you are good. So let's go to chapter 3. So you can see how the page break is making everything very easy for us. 16. Center it. Then make this 14. So press enter and you remove this. Okay, so let's go to chapter 4. Okay, all right. So I'm done with all the headings. So this is the conclusion part. I just had to stop the video at some point so that I can complete this. And you can see chapter 7, chapter 6. Okay, all right. So we are done. This is the introduction part. And okay, table of contents. Let's forget table of contents for now. So this is introduction. Now we are done with this formatting. The next thing to do is to go and check ChatGPT. So we are going to make use of some of the formatting that ChatGPT has done for us here. So we're going to use some of it and leave the ones that we don't need. So let's start from the beginning. Like I said earlier, I'm just going to do for chapter 1. Then you guys can also complete this for chapter 2. So I'll do for chapter 1 on the video. Like that is what I mean. So once I'm done with chapter 1, okay, I'll do introduction and chapter 1 in the video. So once I'm done, I'll stop the video again. I'll go and complete it. Then I'll bring to you the final stuff I have. Yeah, so please, it's not a must to use all the formatting of this ChatGPT, but there are some parts like the subtitles, so you can make use of those subtitles as well, so that at least you have something to use there. So let's go. Okay, so come here. At the same time, okay, so try to turn all these headings, please make them H1. Make them H1. It does not matter, so you can still reduce the size back to what we gave them. Just ensure you give them H1, please. So this one is important because by the time we start, give this one H2. So you can go back and put the normal size we give it before. So let me just pause and correct it. This one is important because by the time we start generating, or by the time we want to generate, that is auto-generate our table of content, this is what it's going to use to determine how to arrange our headings and subtitles and everything that we have. So let me just do this for the other ones quickly. Alright, so I'm done changing the heading label for this, that is for the chapters, and I think I did for this. Let me see. This one should be H1. Oh, normal text. So please do for the title as well, just like I'm doing here. Okay, let's use title and see. Let's use title and see what's going to happen actually. So, but it's fine. I've changed the title, and this one does not need, and then we are good. That's fine. I think we have our introduction done already as well. Okay, heading. So that's good. So let's go back to DeepSeek now. So this one, you can see this one is like heading. So let me go back here. Why? Oh, okay. I didn't know it is not this one that I used. So imagine you can see this is bold as well. So you can bold it here, and let's make it. Okay, I think this is okay. So let's just make it bold. Here we can bring this down. Okay, we can still leave it this way. It's fine. So here we can make this bold. Then just check. This is your reality. Okay, this one you don't need this one. Just leave it like that. The gold rush. Okay, the next one is this. The gold rush is here, but most people don't see it. Okay. So this one should be H3 because you can see. So it is like heading. So this one is like continuation of this thing here. So you don't need to, you can use this as heading. So just make it H3. So make it bold, then you can reduce the size. I think this line height is too much. Let me see. Oh, okay. Alright, so just leave it, and we can press backspace here. So there is no much space. This one is H3, and that's fine. So let's go back. Please, this is how you are going to do it though. Just keep checking it one by one until you are done. So this one, we can make this one to bold. Okay, and you can see that these ones are list. So you can make it a list again. Make it a list, highlight it, then you come here, click on this. Okay, so you have to take this off. Those spaces is counting the space as a list as well. So you can see these are too close, so you can add line height here or line spacing here. So can you see? So this one is okay. Like in these pages, you discover. Can you see it's the three? Okay, let's make this bold. You can make this bold. Alright, so why this time is different? That is another H3 again. So convert this to H3. You can reduce the size, make it bold, and maybe reduce the size. I think I reduce the size of this last one. Okay, this one, I don't know why this changed color, but the color should be black. If you are not using black, please, you can, okay, I think the color is not black here too. Okay, so let's just leave it then. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. But I think it will be better to use black because if you print it, if the printing is not colored, okay, let's see if I think black is good. Let's just use black. Sorry, highlight it, then select black. So that's fine. So let's change this to black as well. So just click on it this time. After selecting it, it will be there. So you can just click on it to select it, and that's fine. So why this time is different? So let's look at what is under that. Okay, will you be okay? So I think that is a very good point there. So you can highlight this too. So this, okay, I think I did not do something here. Okay, I did it. I removed the space here, please. There's a space, there was a space here. So please always try to remove it so that it will not make your formatting look somehow. So this one too, there's a space here, but then because the other things below this heading are on the next page, so it's better to just shift it down. So here, how to use this book, H3. Can make it bold. I think it's still 14. Let me see. Maybe I reduce this. Okay, to 12. Let's make it 13. So I'll do the same thing here as well. So subtitles are going to have size of 13. So the same thing with this. This one, make it black. Then 13. Alright, that's fine. So let's continue. This is in theory, every chapter delivers. Then followed by list. This is in theory, every chapter delivers. Followed by 3 list. So make this a list here. See 1, 2, 3. Please let's remove this space. Alright, so you can add the line spacing here. So you just make it 1.5 for list. So you can see we are doing this for list only. So let's go. See the opportunity first and act fastest. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, so I think this is fine for the introduction. So we are good with it. We are good with the introduction. So and this is okay. So let me see. Turn the next page. Okay, maybe we can make this bold as well. I just want to be sure that we are not highlighting too much text. Alright, so that's fine. So chapter 2, we've done this part. So it remains this from garage startups to global. This one is a subtitle under that. So let's see. Sorry, chapter 1, I think. Chapter 1, yes. So please, this is the only chapter I am going to format for you on this video. So you need to actually do this yourself from what I have just done. So this one should be H3. Make it bold. 13. Change the color to black. Please ensure that the formatting is consistent. It is very, very important. So you are done with that. Let's check for other ones that named. Okay, please, you can see that there's a different formatting here. Please don't use this formatting. Just use the normal formatting that the text has. So we are good to go. There's no need to, do this. You can come to the depth of the slow and steady wet model. The depth of the slow and steady wet model. So this one, highlight it, make it bold. Come here, H3. Turn this to 13. Change the color here, and we are good. So for decades, for financial was simple. Okay, so you can see this is a list as well. So go to college. I think it's 4. Okay, yeah, it's 4. So 1, 2, 3. Remove this space. Now, don't forget, let's apply this. Please, that's why you need to spend time doing this. You can see how long it even took me to even record this video, because the process is somehow long and you need to ensure that you go through all these processes just to ensure that everything you are doing makes sense. So today that model is broken. Okay, we can highlight this. I think this is, well, not everything. Shall just ensure you are reading it and ensure you are not college degrees. Okay, this is a list. So you can first remove this, because we still need to do that. Do this, come here, 1.5, and you are good. So meanwhile, you can put this down. Please ensure you are checking for spaces that are redundant, spaces that are not necessary. Please, meanwhile, a new breed of millionaire is emerging. Those who passed, let's look at this. Please just use this as a guide. Those who bypass the system entirely. Oh, okay, this is another heading. Okay, so that means we can take this, we can bring this back here. Since this is the last thing here, so this can still stay here. Yes, this can still stay here. So let's leave that. Then this one is another heading. Come here, H3, 13, bold, black. Yeah, we are good. So this is, I think this is a list. Let's check again. Yes, this is a list. Oops. So the space, always ensure you take out the space. Alright, so done with that. Come down, case study, how a teacher made. Okay. Okay, I think this can be, well, let's just try something. Then when we generate the table of contents, then we can see what to do. But then let's make this, do we need to make it heading? Okay. Okay, what we can do, let's leave this. Okay, but then people should be able to click on that place and get to, okay, let's make it page 4 and see. So we just want to make this bold and everything black. So that's fine. So that's for case study. So let's see. Case study relevant is a secret, no inventory. So let's just go to okay, let's take off this. Let's take off this. Then this and this. Okay, this was in lock. Okay, this is another subheading. Please, the sizes I'm giving to this thing, it's not a must you follow the size, oh, please. This one is just a guide. If you think that the text is small, which actually I'm seeing like this, I think this is small, but even if I am not changing it, ensure you are removing these spaces and you are using the size that you feel is okay. So that's why I need to check books. So by the time I get to that part where we will start checking for what people have done on this place, you are going to see what people have done, and you can also follow that, follow whatever thing that they've done. So sometimes it is good to follow what people have done so that you won't get lost while trying to do something good. So the attributes they were save jobs. Okay, let's see. Take out this space. This. And come here. 1.5. We are good. Meanwhile, okay, so this stops at the meanwhile again. So this is another one. Okay, I think this one is okay. This one is like H3. Why these ones are H4? I think that's what's happening here. From barrister. So that's why I need to read through this thing very well so that you can understand what is actually happening there. I think this one should be H4. H4. Then this one should be H3. Then H4, H4. Then followed by this case study. Okay, I think the case studies can be H3. So, okay, so let's see. Let's come back here. So why this one is H3? You can see I did not remove the space here. So from Ghana server to global and the new phase of what? H3. So I think we can just make this H4. You can make this H4. Maybe just size 12. Then this. Okay, we can make this. We can make this H4. Okay, this one is H4 already too. So we can make this H4 too. And yes, we can make this H3, correct? So we can make this H3. Then we have Okay, I think this one is like heading on its own too. Okay, so this is how you carefully do this. So once you are done with chapter 1 now, I'll leave you guys, let me see. So you can still see I have some things to do. Okay, so you asked truth about safe jobs. I don't think they require, but then okay, let me just put it, because if somebody checks the table of contents, it can actually motivate them to purchase the book. So that's just it. This, done this, the 3, H4, bold, black. So I'm just going to do this, let's just do this together. I will not be saying much again. To this, we make this H4. Okay, not bold. This was the one we made bold. Copy, highlight, sorry. Change the color to black. Then here, I think we can add one more space for those case study. Since everything is not bold. So let's add can leave this. Okay, let's leave this. Okay, I think we can just make this bold as well. Okay, the story of Sleeping Nick and his Okay, let's do this. So at least for now, let's just continue with this formatting. So once we are done, we'll look at it again and see where needs adjustment. So one thing about the table of contents is that once you are done generating it, whatever adjustment you do in this content, it will update by itself. So that's just one good thing about it. So for now, let's just focus on some of the most important things while we leave the other one. So this, this, this. This, this. So let's see. Okay, this here. I like this too. Take this off. Let's take this off. Then do this, and we are good. So 5 lessons from his sources. This one should be H5 too, because we are still talking about the same guy. Alright, so your turn. This should be H3. Color black. H4. Black. Bold. This. I'm not sure I've been taking off these spaces very well. Okay. So you can see our book is, becoming. So you can see it is taking shape gradually. Ask yourself. Okay, stance. Okay, this too is a list. Come here. So action step. Okay, we can even, okay, don't let us put it. So this, sorry, no board, list 1.5. So this, you can decide to leave this if you like, but remove this part. So you can turn it to normal list, this, and increase it to 1.5. So you can leave this too as well. This must be right. So you can leave this, and we are done with this part. So you can see it's because we use page break. That's why this chapter 2 did not come here. So if you don't use the page break, you will finally see that your chapter 2 would have come up somewhere here, and it will not even be aligned, or it will not be okay. So you can just press backspace to let this come up like that. So you are done, that will bring it yourself, and that is if you need it. So if you don't need it, it will not stress you by coming to places that I did not ask you to be. So you can see I did not take all the spaces there. Okay, so we are getting there. So we are done with chapter 1. I'm just going to stop this video here, work on the other chapters, and I'll come back in the next video. Sorry, I'll just come back to you again once I'm done. So alright guys, now I'm done with setting up at least the basic formatting of all the chapters. So let me just take you through the ones. I think we did this together, and one other thing I changed all of this to H1. I changed all the heading to H1 and the following one to H2. So that's that. This was what we did initially. So I showed you guys how to apply a page break, and that's why we have this. So this is chapter 1. I changed this one to H1, so you can also do that. You can leave it as H2, it's fine. Then I made this one H2. So just ensure that there's a progression between H1 and H2, like there's a difference, a visual difference you get. So that's just it. Another thing is that, okay, that's just chapter. So let me just take you through everything quickly. This is chapter 2, and I'm going to show you something really. Okay, once I'm done, let me just show you this. Alright, so I'm just showing you guys everything I've done. So you can see this is chapter 5, this is chapter 6, this is chapter 7, and this is the this is the bonus section, and this is the conclusion part. Okay, so one thing I left intentionally was, I think, from this chapter 7. Yes, let me check chapter 6. So sometimes when you have your title, okay, yes, I've done this. So you can see the way this title is. Look at the space between these two. You can see the space is normal. But if you look at this chapter here, you see the space is too, much. So what you can do is come here, that is after selecting the H1 or issue you want to give it to it, come here and click on this part here. Then click on remove space before. Then it's going to reduce the space between the two. So you can do that for the bonus section as well. I just intentionally left that so that I can show you guys, because I did almost all this. It took me some time because I would have actually reduced this to maybe 3 chapters so that I can quickly finish it. But it took me some time to actually do all this formatting, and I still have to do this with my normal work, which is why the video took long to be ready. So I think, okay, conclusion, this is fine actually. This is fine. So let's just leave this. And please, I'm just showing you all this so that you can have an idea of how to format your. Please kindly take your time to format this. You can see it took me a long time to finish this, and sometimes, in fact, ordinarily, if you are doing this for a client, they might give you more than the number of words that I have on this book right now. So you might be doing up to 5,000 words, 3,000 words, 2,000 words, even some 10,000 words. So you need to learn how to prompt ChatGPT very well. And one thing is that you will not be doing this, you will not do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, everything at the same time. So if it is a paid work, if it is your own, you can continue to practice it like that. But even though I will not advise you to continue to do something that is not wrong, treat your own book as if it's a client's book so that you can actually do the right thing. So what you need to do is to always finish chapter 1 first. So before you start, although, okay, don't worry, I'll mention some of these things during the live session as well. So before you start, you should know the number of words that you want to actually do. Then you can split it between the chapters and introduction so that you know that, okay, for each chapter, I need so number of words. So if it is not complete, you need to actually work on it before you move on to chapter 2. So enough of that. Let me quickly go to, okay, now I've shown you guys. So one other thing I want to show you quickly is that while doing this thing, I don't know if some of you have actually tried this, but you are going to notice that you'll be dealing with a lot of spaces. So space can spoil your work. An example is, before I finally did all these things correctly, if you adjust anything, like for this one that has 2 pages now, for this introduction that has 2 pages, if you adjust anything here, then you now come back to it and readjust it again. So you can see that this one is not black, the others are black. So when you do something here, on this second page, you might notice that, well, you might not notice, but this is something that you should always watch out for. This one would have gone down like this, so leaving space behind. So it should not go down, it should start from the very first part after the margin of this particular page. So for this one, if you find that you can bring it to the top. But how can you identify all these things for all the pages that you have? That's why we have a tool here. If you go to view, click here and click on view and select show non-printing characters. Now it will show you this thing you are seeing here, this blue thing you are seeing, it will show you. This one you are seeing here is for enter. Anytime you see this one that looks like P, that enter, you see this thing, it means enter. That means it is enter that you have here. So anywhere you have enter, anywhere you have page break, anywhere you have there's another thing called section break. Anywhere you have tab, it's going to show you all these things, and they have different ways of showing them. You can see this one is showing page break. Can you see this? This was where we used the page break the other time when I showed you in the previous video. So this was the page break. Can you see? So this one is just showing that we press enter here, and if you check truly, you see that there's an enter, or there is enter between this place and this place. So disclaimer, here and here we have what? Enter. That is from here we press enter to this place. From here we press enter to this place. Please guys, I just want you guys to understand everything I'm doing. Now, how do you now spot what I just showed you now? That you should ensure that places like this should start from the very first line after the margin. For places like this, if I press enter now, look at it, you are going to see this guy here. So anytime you see this guy at the top on any page, if you see this guy at the top on any page, it means that what? There is a space there, or you added a special character there. So what you just need to do is what? Press backspace to remove it. So let's quickly check. I will not waste our time. Let's just check for some. So you can see it is not up here. It is not up here, showing that you can see it is not up here. Actually, I have done this, except I just have a new mistake. You can see it is not here. So I have done this before now, which you see it is here. So I just need to press the backspace, and we are done with that. So it is not here. So please always take your time to check these things before you finally wrap up. So that is that for that's that for the formatting and how to show this. So you can leave this for now. You get, so you can leave this for now. So the last thing that I have not done, yeah, or one of the things I have not done is that the table of contents. So if you check this, if you click on this place, you are going to see an example of your table of contents. But this one is just for Google Docs so that you can navigate whatever thing that you are doing. It is not for the book. So we can generate a table of contents for the book ourselves. So first thing we do is delete this one. You know, we copy, remember we copied this from ChatGPT. So delete it. Okay, it ended here. So just delete it. Press backspace and we are done. So this is a space, but just leave this place like this. Let's remove this one here. Now what you are going to do is go to insert, then scroll down and go to table of contents. Now under this table of contents, select any of these three that you like. Just check it. There are three different styles there. So I'll just select this one, this dotted. So I'll select dotted. Once you select it, it will automatically generate your table of content for you. Now, how does it do this? The thing is that it is going to do this using the heading. That was why I told you to ensure that you are using the same heading. You know, the same heading for whatever thing you are doing. So if this is chapter 1, ensure that all the title of each chapters and your introduction and anywhere you have all these things, ensure that what it is H1. So anywhere you have H2, ensure that what that hierarchy is the same for all the chapters or for all the pages. So it is very, very important. If not, your table of contents will not be, you know, clear or neat as you want it to be. So that is one thing you need to take note of, and it's very, very important. So that's that. Okay, so that's it for table of contents. Now for this table of contents, if you save it, you will see that you can click it. That is, once you save it, you will see that it is clickable. But we are going to do that later. We are not done yet. So here, let me just press enter. Okay. Or I want to add something here. Okay, let me just go back. Let me go back. Sorry, I want to add table of content. So I want to leave this table of contents here, so that this one can be the heading. Then we can make it bold, or maybe just increase the size 20. So let me just leave it at 20. Then we can now come here and do that insert. So view, insert, break, sorry, table of contents. Then you click this again. Please try out the other two options and be sure that you understand what the other two options are. So yeah, exactly. So this is what I want us to have. So you can see table of contents, then we have all these things below it. So that is what I want us to actually achieve. So if this thing is too clubbed together, okay, another thing before we go there, you can click on this. If you want to adjust this, or you want to do any changes, or you want to actually change some options, if you click on this table of content, it will show this line and show you this. Then you can click on more options. So this small option, you can try the other two using this method. So you can see show page numbers. If you don't want these numbers to show, you can remove it by clicking on this place. So, but then personally, I want it to show, so I'll just turn it on. You can see that removed it. So I'll on it again. So you can see that the line is no more there. So it's because I turned this off. So if you want to add that, those dots, sorry, you can what? Click on this show tab leader, and it's going to show you the dots. So that is how to do this formatting. One thing I told you that before you start doing all these things, ensure you check what your competitors are doing. It's very important. Ensure you check what your competitors are doing. So you can select this and come to this. Let's see if we can increase. Okay. So you can just select everything. Click here, then to the last part, and select this. Increase it to 1.5, and let's see what this will give us. So you can see we have a very neat, table of contents now. Can you see it? Can you see it? All right, that's fine. So that is it. If you don't want to add space, or if you think your own is okay, you can leave it. It is not a must. So that's that on how to add table of contents. So we've successfully added our table of contents automatically, and I told you this is generated based on the arrangement of your headings. So you can still, do whatever thing you want to do here. It's fine. If you want to make this bold or something, but please, I'll just advise you to save yourself, this stress and leave it like that. It's not much to put everything. So that's that for table of content. So the next thing we are going to look at quickly is how to add page number. So whenever you finish your book, you want to add page number, because I'm very sure there is no book you will see that does not have number. So it must have a number, because that is how you can track. That is for those that read. So that okay, I stopped at page 20 today, then they can continue like that. So that's it. But so how do we add a page number? How do we add it? So what we need to do is that, because you guys would have noticed, for those that read book amongst us, you notice that a book number, that the page number does not start from the first page. You will not see a book that the page number will start from this title page, or this copyright page, or this table of contents page, or even the introduction. The page number will start from chapter 1, because that is where the book itself started from, or starts from. Now, what you can see again in most books is that for these pages, or for the pages where the page number is not going to start, you will see something like Roman figure, maybe Roman figure 1, Roman figure 2, Roman figure 3 for all those pages. Now, that is exactly what we are going to do. And how do we achieve that? What we are going to do is you scroll down to the last, yes, exactly. So to this introduction part, you scroll here. Scroll down to this place, because this is the last part where that number is not supposed to show. Then this is the chapter 1 where we want our number to be showing. So number 1 should be here by the left or by the center. So how do we now do this? Because if I should come here and say insert, and I say page number, look at what is going to happen. Let me click. Oh, sorry, we don't want it to be at the top. Okay. Please just undo what you've done. That is if you are following, or do it again. Page number. You can see this one is showing that this one is at the top, at the top. So at the top, at the top, at the bottom. So this is the one we want. So click on this, and you will see that based on what I just did now, this place is chapter 1. Can you see it? This is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and 6, 7. So there is no way you can do this if you quickly just go to insert and put page number. So one thing you can do is what? Yes, you can say I've undo what I just did now, because that's not correct. So let's do the right thing. So what we are going to do here is that we can let's remove this page break here. We don't need page break here. So what we are going to do is we are going to insert another thing, which is section break. This is it here. Still on the same place we added this page break, but we have section break to the next page. Don't click on this continuous. Just click section break. If you do this, if you just go to the next line, just do this to the next page. It will do the same work as the page break. Can you see it? Can you see that now? So now we have section break here, not page break. But this place you can see, just like I told you earlier, when you are seeing this, it means what? There's a special character, especially enter or space. So just remove it by clicking on the delete key, or you put your cursor here and press backspace. Then that's done. So after this section, once you are done with this section, it means that we've sectionalized our content or our book. Everything you see from the beginning till this, uh, that is the last page of this introduction part, that's section 1. Then this part here, from chapter 1 till the end of the book, that is another section, which is section 2. If you want to confirm that, just click here, double click at the section, double click at the bottom part of this, that is of this last part of this introduction page. Double click there, and you're going to see section 1. If you come here again, can you see section 2? This one will be section 2 throughout to the end of the book. Now we are done with putting sections. Now it is this thing that it is this one that we are now going to use to add the page numbers. So still we are still going to add page numbers to the that is from the beginning. Although we are not going to have on the beginning page, that is up to this point. So what you need to do is double click, like I said, to see this footer section 1. Then click on this option, page number. Then after this, please ensure that you are selecting the right section here. You can see apply to. Since we've sectionalized it, you are going to see something like this. This section, section 1, and because you're on section 1, it is showing section 1 already. So you can see show on first page. If you want to apply to the footer, it should be at the bottom part. Then you can see show on first page. Do you want to show on first page? That first page is the title page. I'm sure you guys can remember. So we don't want to show anything on the first page. Ordinarily, you will not see things like that. You will not see a book like that. So we can start seeing it from the second page, which is the copyright page, which we are going to turn to Roman figure. So click this off. It is going to start number 1 from the title page, but it will not show it. Then it will continue to 2, 3, 4, 5 until it gets to this part, which is the 7, which is number 7. So start at 1. Okay. Click on apply. So okay, this one is now 8. You can see we have 8 here. Now if you scroll down, you see that this one has 9 as well. And this is not what we want to do because this is chapter 1. Chapter 1 should start from what? 1. But let's leave this. Let's go to, okay, let's leave this for now. Just select this. Select the number and click here. Then let's enter it. Let's enter it. So you can see everything is now centered. So just select it and use the alignment tool here to center it. So we are done. Let's still leave it for now. Let's leave this for now. Let's number the that is the second section so that you can now come back to do any other thing I want to do. So what you need to do here is come straight down to this first page on the chapter 1. That's chapter 1, the first page of chapter 1. Click, remove this, unclick this, link to previous, untick it. So once you do that, it is going to remove the continuous part of that number from the first section. Then now come here and say page number. The same thing we did. Yes, now we want to show on first page. We want to show on first page, that means it should start from number 1 then till the remaining part. Alright, so you guys are going to notice that we have section 2 selected already. And I told you, any section you select, any section you click on the footer and you go to that insert and you select this, it's going to automatically do this. So because we are on this section 2 and we click on this option, that's why it is, it's automatically detected as what we are on section 2, and that's why it's showing this here. So if it is not it, just try to change it to whatever thing I want to change it to here. So here we want to actually start from number 1, like I said. Click on it so that it is going to start numbering it from number 1, unlike the first one, which is not showing 1. Okay, I think I didn't even show you that, but then if you try it, you're going to see that for that first one, where we untick this, that one is not showing. I'm going to show you that now, but for this one, I want it to show from 1. So click on start at 1. Please don't click continue from previous section. Click on start at 1, and we are done. So you see 1. This one I started from 1 now. So highlight it. Come here and select section center. Then we have center. So we have 1, 2, 3. So if you check like that, you will see that it continues until it gets to the last number. So let me just see. So we have 32 other pages. Then we have 8 pages that are not part of the main book. So you can see that this page is not showing number 1 because it's not showing number 1. But if you come here, you will see number 2. You get, so that is the essence of, you can see number 3, number 4. This one will get, once this one gets to number 8, which is this page, then you start from number 1 from chapter 1. So what we want to do here is we don't want to use 1, 2, 3, 4 so that it will not confuse people. And ordinarily, that is what people do. They don't usually use 1, 2, 3 on these pages. So we can change it to Roman figure. So what you need to do is what? Select these two. Double click here. Select these two and go to format. Go to insert. Go to insert special characters. Then here, come type Roman figure. Now, if you keep scrolling down, you are going to get here, but instead of scrolling down, you can type Roman figure here. Just type Roman, it will bring it out. So for the second one, that one is second one, so you can just click on this place. So once you do that, it will have changed this to 2. So come here again. Come here. Now this one is not 2. This one should be 3. Please ensure, is this the, okay, copyright, yes. So select this. Come to insert special character Roman and select 3. Alright, so let's just close this. Let me check if this is not. Okay. Okay, there is a problem here. I'm trying to change this, but then you can see that once I change the Roman figure for one page, it is actually updating the other ones. So please, let's leave this for now. I don't want this to take our time. I'll actually look for what the problem is and, get that solved. Maybe I'll probably make another short video to show you how to actually achieve this. But then let's just leave it like this for now. So that's that for how to add numbering to your document, and we are done with this. That's that for the numbering. Another thing that we might want to do here is another thing we might want to do is add drop cap. So there's something called drop cap. Now, and that thing is that that might not be really applicable to this my own type of book. And the reason is that it started from this title. And the way it is written, it is not as if it is not the regular book, because this one is like showing step by step way of becoming a millionaire or something like that. You get, that is what we are trying to write on. But then, if you want to add drop cap, there are some books that you write. The beginning is going to be small letter like this, or probably a very long paragraph. You get, so you might want to add drop cap or something. So whenever you check your samples and you see a book like that, so you should not fret or be scared of how to actually achieve that. So you can do that here too. So what you just need to do is select this particular text that you want to change. You can actually delete it and come to insert. Let's see, not insert. Okay, insert. Let's see. Insert. Scroll up. Okay, then go to drawing. Then new. So on this new, click on these actions. Then select word art. So you cannot type that is the letter that you want to turn to big letter. So after typing this, press enter. Then what you can do is you can just click here to change the font family. Most times you will see that they change the font family. I'm not going to waste time here. This is something you need to actually check and confirm online. Like confirm from what your competitors are doing, then you can actually do the same thing. So let me see. Okay, let me see this. Alright, so let me just use this. And once you are done with this, then okay, the color is black. Then just click save and close. So you are going to see the text here. Now you can click on it and reduce the size like this. Try to reduce it. You can reduce it more. So you can reduce it further, depending on how you want it to be. So you can reduce it further. Now you can see all these things. You can make it like wrap text. You can wrap it with the text, that is with this other text. so that it will be like this. That is if you want it to be like that. So if you don't want it, you can see, you can also use other options behind the text, in front of the text, and you can see which one is in line. So let's see this. Okay, I think this one is okay for us because we don't have any other line or paragraph. So this one is good for us. We can just reduce it a little bit, and that is fine. So let's go to chapter 2. Let me see if chapter 2 has something like okay. You see, my own chapter is just, I will show you something like that during the live session. Please, you guys should remind me. Okay, maybe you can use this place as well. So let me take up this thing. Insert, drawing, new, actions, word art, then still the same thing. See, press enter. It's, when you are done, press enter. Then you can see this icon here, area. Then I think I selected lobster. So select it again, save and close. So click on this, reduce it, reduce it. Then we can select this option here, wrap text. So you can see now it makes sense because we have other text here. Okay, so you can still reduce it further. So depending on how you want it to actually be. So let's see this. Okay, this was the first one. Let's see what this. Oh no, we don't want it to be at the top. So this is fine. This is fine. So let's see what this one is going to be. No, this is not what we want. So this is what we should use, please. Just use this, and this is okay for us. So you can see the T. Let's increase it a little bit. Alright, so that's it. So you can see this is the drop cap, this is the T. T. I'm very sure you'd have seen things like this before. So this is just how you can do that here as well. So you can reduce this margin and oh you get, so you can reduce the margin. Well, I don't think it is to put it at 0. So move the text, this position on page. Okay, move the text, yes. So that's fine. We are done with adding a drop cap. So you can do that for the beginning. Uh, um, that is the first letter of each chapter. That is if you want to actually do that. So it is not a must to do that. As I said it that by the time you check what your computer are doing, then you can see what to do with that. So that's fine, and at least for now we have everything we want to do, and our book is kind of set. So once you are done with your book, as I've told you, always use this thing to check for redundant spaces that you don't need. You know, spaces that are just appearing that should not be there. And I've showed you how you can always find that out. So if there is a space here, you will see that there is something here. So just remove it by dragging this or by using backspace. Put your cursor here, then press backspace to come up and remove that thing there. So we are done with that, and yes, we have our table of contents. The only thing I want to show you again is that okay, let's just export. Now you can download this in you can download this PDF by going to download, go to file, go to download, and you can download as PDF document. So you can download as PDF document, and let's see. So my ebook has downloaded. Let me open this. So can you see this is our book now? Can you see how it looks like? Can you see how it is now? So from here, I mentioned something when I showed you something on this slide that we should have a clickable table of contents. Where is it? Okay, clickable table of contents. You can see now if you come here and you click on this, you will see that it will take you to where this thing is actually. Can you see it? Can you see it? So if I come here and click on conclusion, it will take me down to conclusion. Can you see? So that is the meaning of clickable table of content. So you can see our book now. Can you see our book? It is ready to be published or ready to be shared as you want to do it. So yeah, that is it. We are done with the book. You can always check. Look at the page numbers. Look at the numbering 2021. Scroll up. You see that our first page does not have numbering. Why this has? I told you I'm going to work on this and let you guys know the solution. So sometimes your table of contents can be, more better than this. I did not really take much time to, actually read through the page. So that is why you have to read through it and ensure that you know that it is what you want that is in the book. So you can also structure your heading so that it can fit well. You can have a very nice table of content. So that's it. And yeah, so that's that for the book. Let me just come back here. And okay, you can name your book here. Okay, 21st Century Gold Rush ebook. So you can leave that. And so the next thing I want to show you guys is how to proofread. So you can use Grammarly to proofread, and you can also use copy links. Copyscape, sorry, Copyscape. So this Copyscape too is not free, but let's see. So you can see, yeah, let's just copy the link here. Let's copy the link. So we can use this. So what this one does is that it's check for plagiarism. If, I I mentioned this earlier, that is in the last video, that you must ensure that you check for plagiarism, especially if you are writing this for somebody, that is for a client. Even if you are the one to, please always check for plagiarism. It's very important you do that. So you can just copy the Google link and place it here. Okay, you still have to sign up before it can do this. But let's see. Okay, the maximum number of scans per must be reached for this site. To continue site, please sign up for. Okay, so you can see saying that we sign up for premium. But then, if you have this, I don't have this right now. There was a time I got this account, like an account to use on this copy scheme. So then it was free and I was able to use it. So, but then if I see that most of you guys need it, if you guys are actually working on this thing, I can try to get a 1 month subscription so that we can test it out. Then if anyone needs it after the 1 month, you can always, reach out to me if you want to purchase it for a very low price, because that is where I am actually going to actually get it to. So that is it. Just let me know. But then this is where you can check for plagiarism. If you have an account with these guys, I will try to see if I can uh, pay for 1 month and see so that I can actually show you guys how to do that. So that's that. And to proofread, you can use Grammarly to proofread. Grammarly is not also free. So, but the tool I usually get, it usually comes with this Grammarly, Copyscape, and some other tools for free that I can use. It's not for free, like for free in that bundle, but I will have to pay once for all those tools. They call it group buy tools. So, but I don't have the subscription again, and that's why I can't use it. But for this, Grammarly will give you a free version of this proofreading, but it does not do it well sometimes. So if you can proofread yourself, fine, but I would advise you to use a tool. So just click on new document, or just click on this upload. Let's use this upload file so that I won't have to be stressing. So click on upload file. Oh, okay. Since I can't use, okay. Well, let's just click that. Let's click on new document. So after clicking on new document, you will get here. That is if you've registered for Grammarly. So you can register for an account and continue to use. So let me just come here. I'll copy everything that I have here. Control C. Come to Grammarly. Then paste it here. Control V. I have done that. My system is just hanging. Alright. So you can see it's going to ask you this thing. So audience, knowledgeable, expert, depending on the type of book that you are writing. So you can select this here. So I'll select for my because it's talking about money. So domain, general, inform, intent, to inform them, yes, or to convince them. I think that's fine. So you can select done. So once you select done, then get ready to correct the mistakes in your book. Please, this part is also very important. You don't want to write a book and somebody that is an expert at language is going through everything you've written and they are saying that you've written rubbish. And this part, please, only that I did it last. Always ensure you do it before you start formatting. Please, you can see that all the formatting we did, has what? Gone. So always ensure that you do it before what? Formatting. Please, it's very important. So that way, even this table of contents will not be there because this one is getting it from whatever thing that you do here. Please, it's very important. So you can see this place where a laptop is showing you that, okay, please always try to read this thing. So that's why you can see that content writing is not something you can do if you are not patient. You have to be patient, you have to be calm, you have to, know what you are doing before you can do this, this ebook writing or ghostwriting. You can see now it is showing you a suggestion. It is not every time it shows it. It is not every time it shows suggestion that you select it. Read through it first before you select it. You can see this one is saying something. A simple idea could make you richer than a lot of them. Where a laptop and internet could unlock more than where a you can see this where a is the perfect thing to use here. But you can see it is now telling you to change it to a laptop and internet connection. So which does not really fit in well to the kind of storytelling approach that we want to use. So you don't need to accept this. You can look for other ones that needs to be accepted. But especially all these ones that has red. Please always check this red. So you can see it should be refused instead of refused. So you can see go refuse. So you can scroll down, check it, or you click on this part here. This isn't a theory. So if you click here, it will take you to where that error is. So you can see this isn't a theory. So you can correct that. E. Where is that part? Okay, you can see it. It should be D. Oh, okay, because I use drop cap here. So please take note too. Because I use drop cap here, that's why I'm saying it should be D. So you can put it here. Then when you go back again, okay, well, you know I told you that you should have done this before formatting. So there should not be any problem. So these ones that are showing like blue, ensure you read it before you select it. Please, it's very important. Read it before you select it. Those ones just want to rephrase what you've written. But for this red, it's showing you that there's a grammatical error here. So you can only select it. Okay, you cannot do this one because you can only do this one if you have the premium version. So please just go through it and ensure you correct those mistakes. I'm not going to do that here. I'll do that later once I'm done because this book I actually want to write. I actually want to turn this to a real book that I can actually put on Amazon. I will show you guys. I will talk about Amazon a little bit on the live chat and that is on the live session, and I'll also create a video of how to publish your book to meet Amazon KDP standard. Then I'll try to see if I can also show you how to register, that is, open an account on Amazon KDP and publish your book. But that one might be later. But then I will see what I can do to ensure that you guys get that video and that and information. But if you just want to be doing this so that you can be working for clients, everything you need is what you have now, except that there are some uh, premium informations and premium documents that I'll be sharing with anybody that is serious with this later on, especially if you want to be working for people that want to be publishing on Amazon. So there's a particular template. That template is the template of books that people can put on Amazon. So after writing it again, Amazon has their own, Amazon has their own things that you need to follow again. So on that template, I have it. I will show you guys in a separate video on how to format for Amazon, and I'll show you everything you need to know. I'll still give it out for free. But the document, I'm not going to give it out just like that. It is free, but I will not just give it out to anybody so that you just download it and keep it on your system. No, I'll give it to people that take action, people that have, people that have created, or people that will create up to 3 books. Then I'll give them, in the fourth, that is when they are trying to create their fourth book. That is it. So you can always work with it, free of charge, and you can always get things done for your clients. So this is how to proofread, and this is how to check for plagiarism. That's that. So let's go back to okay. I think I've talked about this. That is proofreading with Grammarly and checking for plagiarism with Copyscape and completing your ebook. We've already completed it. So orders and opportunities. Yes, I've already mentioned that you can, okay, platforms to put your book. You can put it on Amazon KDP, you can put it on Etsy, and if you have some other places where you can put your books, I'm very sure that we have some platforms where you can also put your book if you are in Nigeria. So if your book is targeted at Nigerians, then you can actually publish on those platforms. That is everything I want to show you. I don't want this video to be too long. That is everything I want to show you on ebook writing. Please take your time. If you want to actually do ebook writing or ghostwriting, you need to be somebody that is patient. You need to be patient, and that is why by the time you master your craft, they can pay you as much as, $500 and above for just one ebook. Now you can try to do the conversion yourself for just one ebook. So tell me why you should not become. If somebody is paying you, at least above 700,000 naira to pay just one book, tell me why you should not become. And even if you are, no matter how slow you are, you can make it a target to do at least one book per month. So that means you can earn at least 500,000 per month. And if you put in all your efforts, you can double this as time goes on. So that is it, and here is your assignment. So you should know that you must have an assignment. So after this assignment, I'm going to allow you do two more books. Then before I release that template for Amazon, I'm just going to release two. Only people who submit their three books. I want to see, no matter how plenty it is, I just want to see three books, three well formatted books. So that is it, and we are done for this class. Thank you so much for staying to this point. If you have watched it up to this point, I believe that you've gotten a lot of information. And please, I want you to actually drop your comments if you actually enjoyed the video. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. I just want you guys to uh, just show me love, kind of, through your comments, your sweet words. If it is, if you find the video helpful. If it is not helpful as well, please don't lie. Just tell me what you feel in the comment section so that I can always adjust for upcoming training videos so that we can all benefit from this. Thank you so much. And another thing I want to say is that if you watch this video to this point and you just later put the video one side, you do not even take any action, I'm very sorry. You are going to break my heart. But that is the only way you can break my heart. If you watch this and you did not put it into action. So please do this assignment. I'll be expecting it, and we can move on from there. So there is one thing I did not mention as well: how to design book cover. I did not actually mention this now because the next training video will be on Canva. So Canva is what we are going to use to design the book cover, and I'll treat that first in that Canva design. Then I'll move to other things again. So we are going to see how to design book cover on Canva. So thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video and in the live session tonight or in the live session. Bye.